Yeah,
For
please off the mic. Let me do a little bit recapitulation. Okay, so let's take a look. Yes, in our previous lesson, we finished the introduction. We talked about the learning attitude. And we finished the benefit of meditation through watching a video clip. Then we go to the condition. The condition is about the self-restraint. Okay. Well, basically, according from the self-restraint, we will go to 5 precepts. Then after the 5 precepts, we will go back to the 3 types of people. Okay. So today, the scope we are going to cover is about the 5 precepts only. I think so. Okay. And besides, in section number is in section number 5 practice, we already start meditating by sitting in samatha. There are totally 5 skills in samatha. We already finished 2 skills. All right. Okay. Yes. Okay. May I know your progress? Is there anyone sit every day almost? Please put up your hand. Almost every day you sit. Okay, 1 people only. Okay, who sit in a regular basic, less than every day, but better than random? Please put up your hand. You think you sit regularly? Yung Zin only again Kamling So who quite rare, sit in a rare frequency? Okay, Yen, Amanda Okay. Yes, Anya, you never sit? Never. God lah. Okay. You
I
on
do.
the mic. Yeah.
I do.
You do. Okay. So basically, class today 4:30, we are going to learn the spinning chakra. Once you come to do the spinning chakra, then you will immediately go to do the meditation and see how well the spinning chakra benefiting you. Amanda, your best friend, she likes the spinning chakra very, very much and very helpful. Especially can cure insomnia so well. Chin, you must come because I hope you can sleep well. Spinning chakra, after you do that, you really can go very deep sleep and forget all your trouble. Okay. So remember, try your best to come. You got 3 skills to learn. I mean, now you have to come at least 3 times. First skill is the spinning chakra you learn today. Next week, I think you're going to learn is the 3 thumb and crossing. All right, it's a meridian exercise. And the third one might be the yoga. Okay. Then the number 4 will be zip up, and also some Celtic wave. You've got 4 different skills to learn, and you have to try and see how will you respond to the method. And you have to choose it. Okay. If 4 of them if you are responsive to 4 of the method, congratulations to you. So meaning to say that you can try. You have to practice every day and try to figure out the pros and cons and know when to use which one method. Okay. I think Amanda, your best friend share all skills to you, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you better learn one by one. Get it? Okay. Yeah. So please appreciate, because if you go outside the course, they make you stay in the hotel and they're there to charge you hundreds to $1,000 just for this type of skill only. So here, just free. So please come and learn. So before graduate, you've got many skills already. I hope you can sleep well. Because either Amanda Yongsin, the business too good to sleep, or Chin, the business is too bad to sleep, or cannot sleep also. Yeah, that is.
All to sleep.
Yeah, all cannot sleep. You see, this is the present situation nowadays. Okay, let's take a look to what is our scope now. Yes, okay, class, take a look. In our previous lessons, okay, we have finished 3
Up to how can mind be purified?
Yeah, how can mind be purified? Okay, wait, let me try to look for another set of the notes which I have highlight. Not highlight, teacher's version. Yes, let's see. This one should be the highlight one.
the benefits of meditation.
Mm.
That we done already.
Yeah, let's take a look. Yes, we go to the three type of the people. Okay, three type of people. In the previous lesson, we talk about what is the definition of sila. Sila means coming, sitting, associate it with the rules. Okay, then sila also means stop evil and encourage the doing of goods. Okay. Yes.
When the mind is
Oh, I
resting.
haven't shared it yet. Oh, wait lah. Let me share it to you. Oh, yeah, I share. Yeah, I share. Okay, then let's take a look. How can the mind be purified if one believes in the three treasure and the four noble truths with a deep understanding? Then you will be, you will have the power to stop evil and encourage the doing of good. So, class, do you remember? Will you want analogy that you try if you let's say you build out a Maldive inside your heart? Compare if let's say there's a polluted river in your heart, you will notice that you will be very careful to whatever, even including your thought. If let's say there is a Maldive in your heart, okay, I think from here you can remember all the facts you learned previously. Then from here, okay, there's one sentence we try to emphasize is from this pure belief arise the power of stopping evil and doing the good. Okay, so we call it as receiving the precept. So class, from here, we try to go to our 5 precepts. Can you please try to take these notes, the 5 wonderful precepts, okay? So now we'll go to the first precept. Yes, everybody, do you get this set of notes? Okay, 5 precepts. Okay, yes. Yeah, Kamling, have you got it? Got it, Kamling? Your notes?
Which page is that?
Which page? No, we got 3 set of notes.
Yes, you have.
Different set. Got it? Not the big set.
5 wonderful.
5
Precept.
wonderful precept. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Everybody got it. Okay, Amanda, can you please read the first precept? Okay.
Aware of the suffering caused by the destruction of life, I vow to cultivate compassion, metta, giving happiness, and learn ways to protect the lives of people, animals, plants, and minerals. I am determined not to kill, not to let others kill, and to condone any act of killing in the world, in my thinking and in my way of life. The intention, target, method, consequence, mental state.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, sorry, I wish to confirm the notes you received, it just already highlight. Yes, highlight. Please raise your hand in the notes. Okay, all highlight. So we directly go for discussion. Yeah, Yung Sin, thank you. Sorry, it's highlight already. All right. Okay, from the sentence, we understand that you will try to protect the living being if you have ever experienced the suffering before. Meaning to say that, for example, if you have gone through some operation, okay, I know we are under anesthesia, before the operation, but after an operation, you will still feel the pain. I remember I just under, in previous year, I undergone an operation to remove the gallbladder. The bladder stone. Okay, but I haven't cured my cough before the operation. So after operation, my cough continue. So for every cough, my operation part will you will feel the pain for my every cough. So I really feel the difficulty of it. Basically for some people, since they undergo the operation, so they understand that the feeling for being dissected or the feeling for being slaughtered. We have more compassionate due to the suffering. So that is the meaning, for the first precept, okay. But reciprocally, the non-killing doesn't mean just pessimistically without killing. It also involves actively liberating the living stock. Meaning to say that if let's say we got opportunity to help the animals, we try to help them. Okay. If let's say we saw the animal trap, but basically here in KL, we don't see animal got trapped. But if here is a kampong, there's a possibility. So we try to release them. Okay. In Chinese culture, basically, this is also Buddhism culture. If people got sickness, especially cancer, the first thought is they will go to liberate some animal. So they hope that once I liberate the animal, reciprocally, they got the freedom, reciprocally, I also can get my freedom. And the karma, basically the effect of the karma will respond in an equal manner. Once they are free from being killed, and they are free, and they have a longer lifespan, meaning to say that you also can get a longer lifespan. So basically, this is how the Buddhists practice. And from here, the people start for being vegetarian, because once they try for being vegetarian, meaning to say that there will be less than one animal for being killed, because once there is a demand, sure there will be a supply. Okay, meaning to say, as a vegetarian, if your intention just to make less animal for being harmed, that is the also intention, and that is also fulfill the meaning of not killing. Okay, well, basically there are a few things we have to really consider first. First of all, when we talk about the no killing, saving the living being, please emphasize the people surrounding you. Meaning to say your family member, you should prioritize them, because some people they will be very actively involved in the activity of liberating animals in all the temple. But they neglect the obligation in the house. Well, they don't cook, they don't wash the dish, and they don't, they don't do the chores. They might ignore, the conditions of the family member, but they just work so hard in other temple. So please don't. Saving the living being should begin from your family. And secondly, don't feel suffer once you heard that, no killing, have to be vegetarian. Not necessary. Plus, basically, you are allowed to take 3 allowable meat. 3 allowable meat, meaning to say that the meat you take should be, they won't kill out of you. Second, you don't hear how they die. Thirdly, you don't watch, you don't see, you don't witness how they die. That we call it allowable meat. Basically, if you see the animal, how they die, and hear how they're suffering, this is not a good meat. Because you can't forget. Because the suffering, how should I put it? Basically, even though you don't kill yourself, we still call it unallowable. The reason is if the meat you eat and you, how should I put it? How should I put it? I should say that the meaning of compassion, you should be compassionate to the animal who kill, which you see that they die or hear they die, and shouldn't eat them. But if you still, if your desire so strong to eat the animal, even though you see and hear they die, meaning to say that your compassionate is not enough. I can say so. So please, anyway, I think especially the young people, if you still need do some entertain the guests, you still have to entertain your customer. I think maybe Chin, totally refrain from eating meat. It could be a predicament for those who still need to entertain their customer. Is this correct, Chin? You still have to entertain them, right? Go for some veg.
Yes. Yeah, correct.
even though the liquor, right? Because if a customer happy for taking some liquor, right? Right? No?
I didn't take already nowadays. Last time lah.
Oh,
Not
but
now lah. Now cannot take lah because of.
If let's say a customer said, please, one cup only smoke.
If they no lah, a bit never mind lah. Not to do it so much because overdrunk is no good.
So you see, it's still unavoidable. Well,
Yeah,
I think some business they have to accompany their customer go for gambling. I think quite common.
That one I don't do lah. Gambling. I don't know how to gamble.
That's good. But what I mean nowadays, the customer, in order to please them, sometimes you have to do many things, you see, just to please a big customer, you see. Well, so that's the reason why we must remember, class, we must strike a balance between the business environment in KL and also the precept. There must be a balance. Don't overemphasize on the precept because if you 100% follow the precept, I worry that you cannot survive in KL. But if you ignore the precept, just overemphasize, over-adapt. If you overly adapt to the KL business environment, you will lose all your principle already, just for the money. So you must get the balance between of them. I think online business is good, right? You don't need to entertain any guests, right? Online business. Is it correct, Yungzin? No need to entertain any guests.
Just keep on working, entertain, not entertain lah, but more like just keep on working lor, just entertain people. Yeah.
Actually, you see, it seems like online business is another type of how to say, they got their own way to boost up the sales. Those type of business, you still need to see the guests. Then they say, I drink a little bit. Let's take some lobster, or let's go for Japanese restaurant. You have to entertain them, because a big project, you see. So it seems that online business is a little bit different. So please go to online. No need to entertain all the guests. Just buy everything online. No need to go to restaurant. Okay. Well, this is a little bit joke. Well, anyway, that is the meaning for non-killing. We try to avoid killing. Basically, the reason behind is about the compassionate. Okay. Let's say you can feel the suffering. If the being for being tortured. Okay, like the elephant, like the tusk for being removed by the elephant, or the fur have been removed from the fox or the animal in order to make luxury brands of the purse or the shoe. Well, basically for a Buddhist, we will try to avoid buying the animal product. The reason we understand that the process of peeling the skin is so suffering, and we worry that the karma will come back to you. So meaning to say that you are discouraged to buy all the animal product, including the product of the elephant tusk. Okay, elephant tusk, the ivory, and also whatever skin product. So class, please try to avoid. Yeah, Amanda, I know that all the branded like Gucci or LV bag, it is from animal product.
Hermes.
Yes.
Basically,
Some of them, the skin one is actually from cow or from the lamb, so it's animal product.
Well, they request a high price from the customer also due to the animal product because the skin is really expensive from the animal. Or how about if it's a synthetic, if it is a synthetic product, can they still have a good margin from the synthetic product?
Not really. Synthetic product is much cheaper.
Oh, I see. So meaning to say that if I maintain my animal product, I can get a better margin. Right? Oh, I see. I got the point already. Okay. Well, anyway, well, it is a good knowledge. Okay. Well, this is about the non-killing. Okay.
Second precept.
But anyway, for this non-killing, we have to put in our circumstances, our daily life circumstances. Well, we have to start our discussion now. Class, let's take a look. One day, okay, you go to the top 20 story. Okay, accidentally you threw a stone from the 20 story, and the stone fall to a people hit, and the people die. Are you killing? Chin, yes, are you killing? Are you considered killing?
I think no lah.
Why?
No, for me it's no. Because this is accidentally, not by what. I don't mean to do that, because that's not my intention. This is accidentally only,
Okay.
That's what I think.
Kamling, what is your answer? Is this a killing?
I would say not intention, but the action has caused somebody to die. You still feel guilty.
Still feel guilty lah.
Because you have caused.
Okay.
Death.
So there's a question number 1. Okay. Then question number 2. If let's say I'm going to kill a chicken and I'm going to kill a cow, maybe for celebration, for somewhat. Okay. How about the karma? It is both equal, or there is a difference if compared killing a cow, a big cow, and a chicken? Yes, Rachel, what do you think?
I think the impact or the karma will be a bit different.
Which one is more heavy, the karma, you think?
Killing a cow probably will be bigger impact. The bad karma probably is bigger.
Is there any one thing they should be equal only? Please put up your hand. You think it should be equal? So Amanda, Yong Sing, Kamling think should be equal, no matter it's a cow or a chicken. Okay, so there's a second question. All right. So the third question, okay, just an analogy. For example, okay, a Chin wished to assassinate Anya. Chin want to assassinate Anya, and he tried to appoint a murderer or assassinator. Like for example, Amanda is the murderer. Okay, Chin say, please, Amanda, please let Anya just sleep forever. Okay, so you just said, just let Anya sleep forever. Okay, then Amanda go to kill Anya. Okay, basically, it is considered killing. Yes, you think it's killing, please prop your hand. Chin just said, let her sleep forever only. Okay. Yeah, Amanda, you disagree. Okay, why you disagree? It's not a killing, why?
If by the sentence of sleep forever, it can put her to sleep, become a 植物人. If the murderer like myself go and kill her, then it's a different thing already.
Okay, if let's say you go to kill, but if let's say you make him sleep coma for forever, then I think maybe it's about the same. Finally, he still have to be on the bed lah. Okay, so meaning to say that you will have a different interpretation. The rest of them will interpret let her sleep forever, meaning to say it's the killing. Okay, but for you say it depends on how do you interpret. So there's a case study number 3. Let's go to case study number 4. Okay, Chin ordered Amanda go to murder Anya. Who got the heavier karma? Chin or Amanda, or both are same? Okay, who think Chin will get the greater impact of the karma? Put your hand. Chin. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Even Chin himself also admitted that. Okay, yeah, Kamling have a different view. Okay, who think Amanda got heavy impact? Put your hand. Amanda got. No people think, even though you are the murderer, right? Okay, all right. Who think both of them should be equal? Put up your hand. Kamling. Okay, so Kamling, you are the exception. You think, okay, the one who ordered, the mastermind, and also the murderer, both should be carry same equal karma. All right. So that is the case number 4 or number 5 already. Okay, so I think I can disclose the answer for all already. Okay, let's take a look, class. In order to determine the impact of the karma, we have to take a look at the intention, the target, the method, the consequences, and the mental state. Basically, if let's say I intend to kill somebody, there will be sure heavy impact. But if let's say I kill somebody without intention, or maybe some consumption of drug, or maybe drunken, all right, well, it is out of your conscious, that we call it unintention. Okay, basically, I think the way the definition will fit, I mean, nowadays a criminal act, That's how the judge give the judgment. Also depends, first of all, is the intention. Okay, even though you got an intention, but if your age under 18, you still consider juvenile. So juvenile, basically they won't sentence them capital punishment. Okay, for the juvenile, because you are underage 18 or 16, something like that. So first of all, intention, you have to consider whether you with the real intention or not. So meaning to say, I think Chin, you answered correct, the question number 1. Because if without intention, meaning to say that you are not killing, but you are considered manslaughter. You are not manslaughter. You know what I mean? Intentional killing and the manslaughter is a different thing. Sorry, manslaughter 是谋杀是吗？是吗？ratio manslaughter 是谋杀对不对 ？manslaughter
等于宰杀。
意图谋杀。
No, manslaughter is with intention or without intention. Manslaughter
with intention, 意图谋杀。
Okay. With intention, meaning to say that if let's say I mean the case number 1 is not a manslaughter. If you are not a manslaughter, I think the sentence will be different with the manslaughter. Okay. So Kamling said that even though you are not really killing, you don't have intention, but you might be guilty. I think the judge also will make you stay. Will put you in the prison maybe for a certain period. I think maybe 10 years, 8 years, something like that. Okay. So first is about the intention. All right. Then second, let's take a look. It's about the target. Yes, the target should be taken into consideration. Why? Among all the being, killing human is the most heavy impact. Why? Because human can meditate. Because humans are very wisdom, and human is the only one with the highest wisdom, and the human will look for the spiritual quest. You see, as we know, apes and also the dolphin are the second, third wise animal, but we never see the apes or the dolphin go to cross the lake and meditate and look for the higher spiritual quest. It never, right? You see, even though apes and also dolphin, they also take the food. They are very smart, but they're very different with human. You see, for human, in order, one meal, the purpose for eating just feed the stomach, right? But we as a human, we create many things. You see, if now you spend $30 for one meal, once you step into the restaurant, we feel the ambience with the music, with the decoration. Then the plate count is so different. The spoon, the fork, and then also the food with the better decoration. We got the Korean cushion, Japanese cushion, whatever cushion, but I never see the apps with a different way to eat the banana, you see. No matter how clever they are, they just peel the skin and they eat only. But as a human, we can make so many things and we can make so many knowledge. So this is why killing human will carry the most heavy karma impact. I think also same in our law. Okay, so meaning to say that basically, if you kill the mammoths, they have a better brain. Okay, they have a better intelligence. The karma will be heavy. Maybe we can group like this. Okay, mammoths is the first. Second, maybe the reptile. All right, and the third maybe some insect. Okay, of course, if you go to kill the ants, if you go to kill the mosquito, how come it is impossible that the karma impact same with a human or same like a cow, right? It won't. So meaning to say that if you kill the cow and compare kill the chicken, the cow will carry more heavy sentences. Especially if before the cow die, the cow stay at you with anger. So the cow said, next life, I will become your son. And just I want to get back everything from you. Then you know. Yeah, it happened, you know. I remember I watched one message or there's a one slaughter. He slaughtered a cow for many years already. But after one case, a cow stayed at him, and the cow shows that I'm really angry with you. Then he never killed anymore because the picture, the standing of the cow cannot remove from his mind, you know, just after the killing, you know. So you see, the target is also crucial, class. Okay. Then the third, let's take a look. It's about what? It's about the method. Okay, a class, no matter what method will be the same, you see how, like just now, Chin order Amanda go to assassin Anya, you see or not? Okay, so this meaning to say you try to employ a murderer go to kill, or maybe Chin just leave a message in Facebook, you go to die lah, okay, you are useless, all the same. As long as Anya die, okay, then you will, both karma will carry the same with me. Okay, you see or not? And also, Wan Chin say, please let Anya sleep forever, even though the sentence not clear that to kill the Anya, but basically everybody agree that it should be the killing. You have the intention. So the judge also will judge based on intention, but not based on your sentence. It seems like everybody is very smart. You say, I'll sleep forever, I mean, you want to kill lah. So simple, you see. So the judge will judge the same thing, and the karma effect also goes together with this type of intention, all right? Then next, let's take a look. Okay, the consequence, yes, okay, if let's say, okay, Chin order Amanda go to kill Anya, if Anya, okay, whether Anya die or not die, the outcome will determine the karma. If let's say Anya doesn't die, it's not a heavy karma yet. Okay, if Anya die, there will be heavy karma. Okay, and of course we have to add up all the conditions together. First, Chin have intention to kill human. Second, method, he ordered Amanda to kill. And third, okay, consequence, Anya die. Okay, everything must be fulfilled. And third, Anya is a human. And then we consider the first class killing, and which is irrepentant. We call it first class irrepentant. Meaning to say, if you commit the first class, no matter how hard you meditate, it's very hard for you to attain any jhana. Very hard. Because the karma impact is so strong, you know. That's why you have to really understand, they got different category of the karma. Okay, so this is why you have to really go to detailed study. And then you see the mental state. So mental state meaning to say that you got the intention, yes, I want to kill. Class, I think I made a little bit mistake. Mental state, if let's say you are drunken, you are not in the good mental state. If let's say after you take some drug, you also not in the good mental state. Okay, intention meaning to say that when you throw the stone, unintentional or intention, that is the intention part. Okay, you get it? Okay, so meaning to say, Chin order and by Chin give the order to Amanda without intoxication and without taking any drug. That is your mental state. Meaning to say your mental state is healthy. Then we by fulfill all the condition is the first class irreparable karmic effect. That's the meaning. But let's say one of the conditions drop. Okay, for example, okay, Chin go to order Amanda to kill a dog. Okay, or Anya doesn't die. Okay, or whatsoever. Once the condition drop, so that will be from first class go to the second class. For example, unintentional through the stone also consider second class because you are without intention to kill people. You get it? Okay, so that's what that's from here we understand very well. So meaning to say that, okay, from here one practical question. Okay, Yongxin run a restaurant. Yongxin is the runner. Okay, Gamling is work in the kitchen. Okay, his job is just try to prepare the food, kill all the fish. Okay, then Anya go to the restaurant, order, I want that fish. Okay. Ratio, can you try to analyze what's the difference between of the karma carry? On the mic.
Sorry, Sifu, can you repeat? I didn't get the scenario.
Okay, Yongxin is the owner of the restaurant. Gamling is the one who killed the food in the restaurant. And Anya come to order, I want this fish. Okay, so the owner asks the kitchen helper go to kill the fish and then serve for Anya. So can you analyze the karma effect for three of them?
Anya has the intention because she ordered because she knows it's life and she ordered. So she has big intentions and big impact of the karma.
Meaning to say that if let's say Anya said just a fish, it doesn't matter whether it's a frozen fish, so we can see it from here, right? Okay, how if Anya order a frozen fish and compare with I want this fish, that's a different. Okay, okay, Yongxin is the owner, Kamling is the kitchen helper. Who have the stronger karma?
Yongxin is bad guy.
Correct. Basically, it's the owner. Okay. I remember many years ago, we got some Dharma friend. He want to run a steak house. So he come to see me. Master, shall I run the steak house or not? It seems quite good profit margin. But the thing is, I have to get the supply of the beef consistently from a farm, you see. So he said, well, quite a killing business. So I discourage him. And second case, there's one also Buddhist. He said, hey, Master, should I invest in a lobster farm? I mean, a lobster breeding farm, or should I invest in the palm oil plantation? I said, sure, palm oil plantation. Of course, in the palm oil plantation, you still have to put some pesticide. They still will involve killing some small insect, right? But compared with the lobster breeding farm, so obvious the lobster. Everyone you catch it, then you send to your customer, wow, that is very heavy karma. So you get it? So you have to really apply it. So class is same. Once you do investment in your share, if let's say the business is involved in illegal industry, and the karma you have to pay also because you get a dividend from the share. Got it? Yes, that's true. Okay, later on
Can I ask something?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm a consultant. I'm doing, ISO kind of things, including food safety. I do a lot of food safety for, like, if you guys know HACCP, FFSC. My big clients could be also Guinness Anchor, also including Sam Dhabi Group. It's my client, and then I also have some smaller client, like they're doing fish cracker and also vegetarian stuff. Okay. Vegetarian stuff, I'm happily doing it. Even come to pest control program, we also try to do reductions, preventions, rather than the poisons. So I discussed with the pest control company to do all these things, right? See, fish cracker, they have to go for these certifications in order for them to sell more or export. Okay. If I help them, so meanings I encourage more selling of fish cracker, prawn cracker, all right? If I don't, then they probably cannot survive long. Their employees, their workers probably will be like losing job sooner or later, right? So I have to help, all right? So in a way, I also helping them to boost up the sales. So more, also has some bad karma, all right? But I can't be don't help. It's also a business. Right? I also have to feed my staff as well. But after I started that, what I can do is I actually told the boss that I'm actually vegetarian, and also I give them more ideas on doing others like tapioca or even the belinjao, all these things. So I give them idea to do this. They're considering, but probably they will be doing soon. I think I give them some free advice and all these things. So for this case, I'm also giving bad karma, right?
Basically, Amanda, you already answered yourself already.
Rachel here.
You are helping the human. You said the human or the karma. I mean, we have to consider the pros and cons. You meaning to say that you make them survive. That is also good karma also. Okay, okay. But if let's say they tak boleh cari makan, okay, they die for starvation, even worse. Okay, meaning to say that even though they sell the cracker, indirectly involve the killing because the fish they don't catch the fish themselves. It is supplied by the fishermen. So it is considered indirect business. So if even though you need to say that you make them survive, okay, there's a process. Even though there's a bad karma because indirectly involved some killing indirectly, but the karma you're helping them to survive even stronger. Rachel, you can hardly get the win-win situation in the world, basically. Basically, mostly it's the worst loss scenario. Just You just have to choose which one you lose less on it. Rachel, because your scenario is the same, you see. If let's say a temple got a lot of termites, okay, shall I ask the how to say, the pesticide?
Pest controller.
What?
Pest controller.
Yeah, should I call for pest controller? Sure. If let's say I don't call the pest controller, the collapse of the building will kill the human. The human life value is higher than the termite. So we need to say, I encountered the situation of loss situation, but I don't want to have we need to say, I have to choose either one, which I incurred less loss. So Rachel, the way you choose is similar what I choose. Got it? Okay, so thank you so much for your question. All right. Okay, now I will put you to the more difficult question. Okay, class, take a look. If let's say a lady have been raped and pregnant, and she suffer depression, and she come for your advice, will you encourage her for abortion or not? Okay. Yeah, the depression is getting worse and worse. Once the belly getting bigger and bigger. So he come to you. He's your friend. He say, oh, so will you encourage her for abortion? Sure, abortion is a killing. Okay, all right. Okay, you encourage her for abortion, put up your hand. Okay, Chin, one. Encourage her abortion. Okay. Who discourage her abortion, put up your hand. 2 people. Okay. Who choose for being abstain? Put up your hand. You don't know how to, you don't know what to do. Put up your hand. Those who didn't put up your hand, please put up your hand. Okay, 1, 2. Okay. And yeah, even the worst, he don't know how to decide. Okay. All right, Chin, why do you encourage she do the abortion? Why, Chin?
Because mentally, if he continue like that, you get worse, then I think it's better to do something on that.
You mean you prioritize on the mother mental state?
Yeah, mother first.
Because you know the mother is suffering, it's about depression already, right? Okay, that's the reason.
You die also, like go and commit suicide or something like that.
You worry, you go to the extent it's possible, right? Because the girl had been raped, or is it or not? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Amanda, why you disagree with that? Why you disagree abortion?
Actually, I got questions to that scenario. One thing is the depression may not be directly cause of the impact of the rape case. It could be something else. Then we maybe need to just treat the depression first instead of just take away the baby.
Okay, first, maybe I will tell you that yes, it is caused by the rape. Yes, it is caused by the rape. Yeah, quite confirmed.
And then how many months of the pregnancy?
Maybe 2 to 3 months. It's getting bigger and bigger.
Okay. I will still stick to my stand, not to take away the baby.
The reason?
I think it will be best to actually cure her mental state first instead of taking away the baby.
If let's say the woman say, my drama is due to the baby. The bigger the belly, the more dramatized I experience.
It is still back to her mental state because she thinks that the baby caused her to this. But what if remove the baby afterwards, she still have a mental problem?
So you will choose not to take off the baby, but you do the counseling, right? Okay, right. Okay, Rachel, why you disagree?
I think it's still the life, whatever reasons, I mean, because of the karma, the life actually came into her world. Okay, yeah, like what Amanda's saying that I think she has to face it and then she has to overcome it. So we rather do this this work on the mind itself, work on the mind itself. And this is a life. If let's say she can't afford to grow up, grow the baby up. Maybe someone appreciate the life as well. So instead, so, you know, you just like make a choice to remove the life or kill the baby. I think it's a bad karma.
Okay, what happened that if let's say, for example, if let's say I'm the lady, I will respond that you are not me. How do you know how suffer am I? You are the lady also. Why don't you stand on my stand? But you just ask me to keep the baby. Let me continue for the suffering. Then how do you respond? Possible, right? If you both answer in this way, the lady might just rebut you in this way. You see.
Okay, I also asked the same question. I say, yes, it is suffering that now you have suffering. So you made decisions to kill it. I'm also a lady, yeah. But what if you have made the choice to go for abortions and the baby is killed? Will you be peaceful?
Yes, I think it might be my way out. Okay, never mind, it's okay. well, anyways, it's good. I had to really go deep, understand how you think. So you will try to convince the people. Of course, also it depends on whether is she ready for being discussion, for the discussion or not. It's very important because if let's say the case is in the brink of collapse, we cannot have this type of conversation because now we are still considered a very sensible conversation. Am I right, Rachel? This is a very sensible conversation. But if she's in the brink of collapse, quite hard to discuss this sometimes because she might be in the historical, keep on crying. The sense all the facts are going to go into the brain one basically. But now, if let's say the case is very steady enough, they can discuss with you. I think both of you have opportunity to convince her to keep the baby. I think because you got the facts the way I see. Okay. Why Yong-Sing, you don't put up your hand?
Either its life is tough decision, right? But after getting more information from discussion, I think I have a decision already.
I've got decision already. Yes. What's your decision? Yeah.
I think the mother is more important.
Mother more important. Yeah. How come the men are more the son of the lady? Chin and Yong Sing, hey, boy, are men, but the lady not understand the lady. Okay, good. Okay, yes. You want to explain further?
Yeah, because if the victim, right, she does not value the life, then it's not the right of the third party to actually tell her this life is important when she doesn't value, right? And the life inside the body is not someone else's body.
You got the point. Your point is convincing also. Yeah. Okay, do you have the decision now after the facts? Kamling? You are still thinking, right?
Yeah, either way is the mother is the one who can make the decision. We can advise on her condition, how many months, the pros and cons, but still the mother is the one who has to decide, and the family.
It seems many brain better than one brain. 三个臭皮匠胜过一个诸葛亮。The answer is getting closer and closer. Actually, this case had been discussed for, I think, Chinese, we got 29 intake, English, we got 8 intake, had been discussed for 37 intake already. Same question. Of course, all students have the same question for them to really go through and think for it. And yeah, what's your decision? Anya, what's the decision?
I quite agree with what Kamling said, because it also depends on whether she got the family support or not.
Okay, good.
If the parents support her, then you can talk to her and she might listen to you, and the family will be the anchor for her to get rid of her depression, and she's not alone, she knows.
Okay.
I feel that's the way.
Okay. It seems we need a team of people to go to really think for this question. Not one people alone is not enough. More brain is better. Okay, let me try to give you some suggestive solution. Class, take a look. Okay, actually, before we talk about this, we have to really go through how is the law say. Let's take a look. Panel Code 312. Okay, we got some lawyer attend our class before. According to the Panel Code 312, the law permits the pregnant lady to do the abortion if let's say she cannot stand for the depression. So first of all, we have to take a look how the laws say first. So the law allow, they are at the standard point of view of the lady. They say if let's say you cannot endure the depression, you can do it. It is under the law agreement. Okay, the law allows you to do so. So this is the first, this is the 前提啦哈this is the first condition, all right. Then secondly, okay, the law allow. Second, we have to go back to see how the karma effect. Basically, abortion really is the karma effect because it's a killing also. Considering pros and cons is the best. Basically, class, if let's say the case come to you, better you don't make decision for her. Basically, when the case come, we analyze the pros and cons for them and let her make the best decision. Because no matter, this is a really lost situation, as what Chin worry and also Yongxin worry, I think it's reasonable. We don't know whether they will go to the extent of commit suicide or not. Because we don't know how strong the victim is. We don't know how strong is it. We don't know yet. Okay, and yet also, we hope that maybe if let's say, if she is strong enough, why not she keep the baby, okay? She delivered the baby and just send out the baby. Then avoid the killing. The reason is once you kill the baby, some mothers still will be traumatized. And the ghost, the soul of the baby, sometimes will follow the mother actually, you see. So I mean from here, maybe religions can play some role. 你哋有冇聽過超度法會啊? Have you ever heard about the 超度? You heard about that? So that's really helpful because I was involved in the activity many years ago. And we have a special section for the baby plugs, you know. And the number is so tremendous, about 1/3 of the plugs, you know. I don't know why nowadays there are so many abortion cases, see. Yeah, this is in Chinese and Buddhism culture, we call it 修斗 we try to maybe do some chanting so the baby can be reborn as a human, but at the same time psychologically also can heal the mother. Because according my case study, basically, the woman is about, I think, 60 or 70 above. In their era, they don't have a good family planning, and also they don't have enough financial capability to raise up another children. So they will choose abortion. Okay, so this is, this type of tough decision used to happen for our past generation because they're very poor and they don't have enough the knowledge for family planning. So that's why some they do this. Okay, I think that this 修斗法会 is a very good way to soothing their mind. Because this is not their willingness to kill the baby. They can't help. This is very helpful. Okay, we go back to our circumstances. Basically, we don't make decision for them because we have to appraise how supportive system they got. You see, whether they were committed suicide. First, the support from the family. Sometimes even nowadays, the victim. The society still keep on remark them sarcastically, even though they are the victim. Am I right? They say you are very dirty. And even the woman will blame themselves. I'm so dirty because I'm being raped. You see or not? And nowadays, I think the education must be proper. And the society should support the victim in the first place. But the very conservative society, they won't support the victim. They say, oh, you deserve it. This type of, you can't bear this, you know, for the victim is themselves, if the society with this type of perception, you see. Then second, the religious support, whether they got the religious support or not. If basically they believe Guan Yin, they believe Amitofo, also they believe Amitofo will just bring the children goals, and also the Guan Yin also will understand my heart. So this support are very helpful to reduce the risk for being depression also. So the supportive system all is very important. So basically, we don't have a definite answer, class, but as I said, preferably we don't make decision for them. We analyze all the pros and cons for them. Okay, get it? Okay, yeah. So that is the suggestive solution. Okay, if let's say finally the case choose to keep the baby, okay, they will be fine. Just let him keep the baby. So we make sure that we give you all the support to him in religions. So in Buddhism, we can just, tell her the truth. You can do the 超度法会. Then you can do this. No. Let's say you want to do abortion, so we encourage her to do the 超度法会. Okay, and then just try to accompany her, do whatever. This is more on counseling section. Basically, if they are dramatized, they don't have mood to hear about all the karma. They don't have the mood to hear all this. Am I right? What they need just a support, maybe just accompanyship only. So remember that. Okay. So finally, the conclusion is preferably we learn Dharma without any trouble. It's the best way. You learn the Dharma. Once you got the trouble, your Dharma will try to convince yourself. And I believe if let's say the victim herself is a very devoted Buddhist, okay, so she understands this is a karma and she has to accept it, and maybe she will try to tolerate for the baby until to the delivery. Then she set out the baby because she got a very good, strong mindset to support. This calamity to her. So you get what I mean? Okay. Yes. Anything you wish to add? So that is the conclusion. It's not definite answer. So okay, yeah, Kamling, yes.
This child too, normally how many times they do? Like I know every year that goes 7 months they have this temple or that. So do we do every year for that baby?
Basically I think as long as the mother feel comfortable and the mother is able to forgive and forget, that will be enough already. Secondly, it depends on the sensitivity of the mother. Sometimes the lady is very sensitive that the baby is still together with me.
Yes.
As long as the lady feels that, the baby no more with me already, then you can stop already, because you have to restart your life, another life already. Okay.
I follow one master talk also. He said that this baby will all follow, so your body also will have sickness, back pain or what. That is the meaning. It will give you that.
Yeah, sure. So that's why you have. This is the cons you have to consider for abortion also. The lot of consequences for a woman's human body after the abortion. A lot, you see. So that's why it's a big decision. You see. Okay. Yeah, anyone to add up something? It's good how you have to know, because one day at class you can help people around you. You can help them. You see, it's very common nowadays. This abortion. Yeah. Any question, class? No, we go to the second scenario, also difficult scenario. Okay, so that you can fully understand the case. Okay, so listen carefully. Okay, one day in a family, there's one family member with a car accident. Okay, and in the coma. Okay, well, the doctor declared that the case, we call it as a 植物人, meaning to say that. Meaning to say the patient it fully rely on the supporting system to survive. Okay, and now the patient, the family is taking care with the case. Let's say it's more than 10 years, and they feel very tired already. If let's say the family member decide to remove the supporting system, do you agree or not? Yes, Chin, you answer first.
It's hard to decide. This one very hard to decide. So,
or you preferably just choose quiet first, get more facts first, like what Yung Sing do. He's very smart. So
okay. So let me get into it first, because I don't have the decision yet.
Okay, no decision yet. Okay, Amanda, yes. Do you agree to unplug the supporting system?
I don't have a definite answer yet now.
Yeah, because okay. For those who don't have definite answer, please throw your hand. You can't decide. Not enough information. Okay, you okay. Okay, two. All right. Yes, Jung Sing, meaning to say you got an answer. What's the decision?
I think it's a family decision. So if the family already decided, then that it's a respect lah of how they're going to manage the, I would say, this trauma and to stay together, right?
Okay, meaning to say it's up to family decision now, all right? Okay. Yes, Kamling. Oh, Kamling, you are the nurse,
Yeah.
maybe you know better. Okay.
I've not seen it. I've not seen any brain dead patient, but there are cases lah.
Right.
So family member plays a important role. If 10 years, as you said, 10 years taking care, and actually no more function already. The body is only functioning because of the machine, but the brain is no more there already. The brain cell is already dead. So suffering is for both family who's living. So for the patient itself, you should let go lah. I mean, you should let go lah.
So you agree, unplug the supporting system, right?
Yeah. If everybody agree, unless the family all agree.
Okay, unless the family all agree lah.
Yes.
Okay, so everybody agree, then we unplug it lah, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Quite affirmative the answer. Anya, yes, what's the decision?
I wouldn't support it because it's like taking away life. Because you say it's brain dead. Are you sure that it's really brain dead? So I wouldn't do it because it will have an impact. No matter how small, the karma is still there. It's like killing.
Okay,
It should be allowed to go naturally.
Okay. So there's a different point of view. Okay, good. Okay, so let me try to suggest this solution. Give you the suggested solution. Okay, first of all, we have to understand the definition of the brain dead in the first place. Okay, previously we have doctor attend our class. Okay, and also I myself experienced one case is related to my father. My father experienced, gets virus infection. My father gets virus infection, and the intubation for the third time intubation. Okay, so I also have a little bit experience. I also really go to the detail. Okay, basically, the definition for the brain dead, meaning to say that it's the malfunction of the brain stem, the stem brain. Okay, the stem brain is at the back. Okay, if let's say the stem brain works, meaning to say that you can breathe, your heart, you got a heartbeat. Okay, then the and your purpose will enlargement, will enlarge, will respond. All right. Once people hit your knee, then you will respond. All this is due to the function of the brain stem. Okay, if the brain stem malfunction, it will consider as the brain dead. Okay, if it's the brain dead, basically they need 20 requirement to fulfill as the brain dead. If let's say it's really the brain dead, doctor have already declared as the brain dead, well, it is not considered a killing for remove all the supporting system. It wouldn't consider because the criteria to determine the brain stem, the brain dead is very strict, and they have their own way to do it for the doctor. Okay. If let's say it's not a brain dead, okay, the stem cells still function, the stem brain is still functioning well, okay, but the case still suffer, okay, and you hope you want to you want to shorten, you wish to shorten your life because you want to reduce the suffering. That is considered unless. Let's take a look. Unless, okay, unless. Euthanasia. Okay, euthanasia. Basically, in Malaysia, euthanasia is illegal. It's illegal. I remember maybe just Holland or Denmark, they legalized the euthanasia, meaning to say that you feel suffer, you just want to, kill yourself. They allow it. Okay, well, in Malaysia, no. Okay, Okay, whereas, okay, so first of all, we have to understand. Secondly, basically in this scenario, doctor plays the most important role. Remember, after first time of intubation, from the doctor point of view, after first time of intubation, if the patient cannot wake up, okay, so the chances for survival is 50%. Second intubation carry the chances of 20%. Third intubation is equal to die only. They got the statistic for all this. So once the doctors say that, so that's after the first intubation, the doctor mentioned that your father should be wake up within 72 hours. That is the golden hour. He should wake up. If he couldn't wake up, there will be a very strong impact to the brain already, to his brain already. That's according to the doctor. So we all get the information from the doctor. Okay, but after 72 hours, my father doesn't wake up. Accordingly, he didn't wake up. Okay, and then the doctor called us after some scrutiny. So the doctor said that if let's say there is some CPR, okay, he get the agreement from the patient, from the family member that will you agree to do the CPR to your father if necessary? He come to ask the permission from us. Then later on, I go to ask our doctor student. So my student, he mentioned that, master, actually, if let's say the doctor found that the patient worked for the CPR, they will just do it even without your all family consent. Because doctor, they know very well whether they deserve or whether helpful or not, did they do the CPR or not. But if let's say the patient undeserved, it's not the CPR is useless to the patient, but the doctor will ask the permission, we will let the family member know, so that if let's say the family member insists for the CPR, they still will do, because they want to avoid for being sued by the family member. You know what I mean? So meaning to say that actually the absolute decision is in the doctor's hand. And the doctor can appraise very well whether the case worth for CPR or not. That inform us just as a protocol only. Just avoid we sue them, because we say we found that we should help our family member, but you don't help. Of course, we will sue them. We will file them a lawsuit. You see, so meaning to say that actually the most final decision is in doctor's hand. When the doctor call you to get your so-called concern, actually it's not the real concern. They just inform you that. You get what I mean? This is I get the information, real information from the doctor that say this is their procedure. And basically, once the case in the ICU, they just tell you the worst. Every day, if you go to the government hospital, they will be keep on maybe more than 5, 6, even 10 doctors keep on coming and tell you, now he very dependent on the supporting system. Once the supporting system unplugged, sure he will die. Everybody keep on saying this because they have to say so. The reason is this is the real situation. Of course, every time you hear, there is the impact to the relative member, the heart. It's a strong impact. If let's say you very love a family member, this is very, you are hit. You have been hit hard, you see. So meaning to say, if the 10 doctor comes, you'll be hit hard for 10 times, you see. They will have to say so, because if they don't say so, they say, maybe he will recover or what. If finally he doesn't recover, then you all will blame the doctor. You get the point now? They just want to play the safe. They tell you the worst scenario. That's what happening in my father's case. So I understand. So basically, and the doctor themselves have a very strict protocol to announce, the brain death. So we will follow what the doctor said, basically. They have their standard way already. Okay. Once there's a brain death, it's considered die already. Meaning to say maybe, I don't know, it depends. If let's say maybe you will ask whether has he been reincarnated or not, right? It really depends. Really depends. Maybe the conscious is still there, Okay, the conscious is still there, but the physical body is too weak to support it. Okay, so that's the reason why in my father's case, just unplug the supporting system. Immediately we do the chanting continuously for 8 hours. And my father, the face turns to peaceful gradually and smile and then pass away. So meaning to say that I think the consciousness is still there, even though it declared as the brain death. So I feel happy because I and my old family member, we keep on chanting 8 hours without touching his body, without changing his clothes. Just the Namo Guan Xing Pusa, keep on the chanting for continuous 8 hours. And once my father's face turned peaceful, meaning to say that he let go, and all the family member, they turn smile also. They turn smile, you know. They say, how come it's a miracle? Previously it doesn't look so good. How come it looks so good? And body so soft to wear the clothes. If according to the autopsy, I mean, if according to the rules, the natural rule, first 3 hours, basically the body start to turn hard just after the death. And from the 3rd hour to the 8th hour, the heart will grow, will spread throughout the body and will reach to the climax. And then after 24 hours, the body will turn to soft again. This is the rule of the natural. You can go to check online, okay? But we break the rule by using the religion method. Just keep on the chanting. Just chant only. I think it's the power of the mind, and also the power from the Guan Yin. They really reach and give the blessing. So he will die peacefully. So this is my story part. Okay, so basically we go back to our case. It's actually a doctor finally will do the decision. If you want to do, if euthanasia in Malaysia is illegal, okay. And then if let's say doctor say, yes, you can just send him back to the house and unplug the oxygen. So meaning to say that you can do so already. Okay, get the point? Get the point? Yes, Kamling, yes.
Like that's why, do you bring back your father home first? Because in hospital, in 1 hour, we clean the body and send to the mortuary.
Luckily, my father is in the hometown. So, of course, without bringing back to the home, we can't take our chanting. We bring back to the home. It seems the ambulance, they got an experience of not all ambulance can do the job. There's specific ambulance they manage to do. So they will take the patient with the oxygen. When they reach the house, the chief will call all the family member come. They say, please come, talk to the patient because I want to unplug already. Just say all the words you wish. So all the family members take turns. So all finish talking. So he unplugged. So unplug immediately. It takes time. Some patient maybe take longer time to pass away. Some immediately pass away. Yes, that's true.
Yes, understand. Another, just want to mention, like this CPR, Master said, some when we are very old, say 70s or what, you can declare or write a letter, say do not CPR me, because it is very sinful. Because when they do CPR when you're old, even young, when you do, your ribs will get cracked. To save you, your ribs can get cracked. So some very old people cannot stand. You don't die of the heart attack, you die of that ribs.
So that's why the doctor will have the experience to decide whether to do CPR or not. But of course, if let's say we declare no CPR, no resuscitation, sure they won't do already. Am I right?
Yes. Even we ourselves we can write a letter and bring it along when you come to that age. We can show the medical people do not CPR me.
Okay, I say I don't want the CPR need, but the doctor feel that CPR really can help me. So which one decision? Which one decision come first?
Doctors first lah.
I see.
Only doctor first. Yes.
Finally, still the doctor decision.
Yes.
So class, you get it. So Chin, no more ambiguity. Quite clear already, right? So no worry. Let the doctor decide. We have the confidence with the doctor. Okay, get it? Okay. How about the rest? Any question regarding this? So it seems that basically we can't decide because we don't have the knowledge and experience. Of course, I mean, if the case come to you, you really go deep, then you will know how to decide. We know all the thing behind. Okay, so that is the question, the rules number 1. Okay. Okay, then let's take a look. Okay, now we go to the second precept. Okay, second precept. Yes, Yong Sing, can you read it?
Aware of the suffering caused by exploitation, social injustice, stealing, and oppression, I vow to cultivate loving kindness and learn ways to work for the well-being of people, animals, plants, and minerals. I vow to practice generosity by sharing my time, energy, and material resources with those who are in real need. I am determined not to steal and not to possess anything that should belong to others. I will respect the property of others, but I will prevent others from profiting from human suffering or the suffering of other species on Earth. Intention, target, method, consequence, mental states, value, 5钱.
Okay, yes. So before we discuss this, let's go through a video clip in the first place.
Yesterday, we witnessed one of the fastest burglaries of all time. Let's move on now to the most polite robbery of all time. Thank you. Do me a favor? Yes. Could you empty that till for me, please? Put it right here. What's your empty the till? Put your Jill's right here. I'm robbing you, sir. You sure? Yes, I'm sure. Why do you want me to do that? Because I need the money. I've got kids that need to be fed. And I know I am, sir. I realize that. And I really am sorry to have to do this. But I've got kids. How about they give you $40 and this is it? Well, I can't do that, sir. I've got rent today, I've got bills, and the kids need to eat. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I really am sorry. And if I ever get back on my feet again, sir, I'll bring it back. I'm sorry. God be with you, man. Thank you very much. And with you too. Thank you.
Okay, applause to the video clip production. Thank you so much. It's not production, it's a real case. Okay, first question. Is it a robbery? Anya?
It started off as a robbery, but in the end, the owner did dana, gave the money to him.
So you mean it ended up it's not a robbery, right? Okay. Who agree with Anya? Put up your hand. It's not a robbery, actually, you feel? Okay, Amanda. Okay. Who say yes, this is a robbery? Put up your hand. Okay, Chin, why you say it's a robbery?
Because the first intention from this guy, he is wanting to do the robbery. That means the first intention is very important.
Yeah.
Okay, so the way you see it is, Yong Sing, why you say it is a robbery?
Yeah, I think I agree with Chin. Basically, with the gun and all that, right? And then the sympathy come later. That one, it's a very nice ending, lah. But it started out with a robbery. If the owner doesn't give the money, I think it will end worse.
Oh, I think, yeah. Yong Sing get a very good point. Hey, we pumps together to him. Okay, clapping. Okay. Yeah, Yong Sing, the point is the gun. And yeah, maybe the way is very polite. Yes, it looks very polite, but the gun is there. It meaning to say that if let's say the cashier doesn't submit the money, surrender the money, I think the gun should end already. Yeah, that is the robbery. Because sometimes we will be, how to say, the whole process of the robbery could be camouflaged by the manner because it runs very polite. But basically, the gun itself proves that this is a robbery, and the gun will shoot anytime. If let's say it doesn't get the money, get a point. So this is considered a robbery. So let's take a look, class, to the condition. Okay. So according here, okay, so meaning to say they got the intention already, okay, and got the
target. We got the method.
Yes, Anya. Okay, right. Let me see. Let me go through it. Okay. So this is the first scenario. Okay. Let's take a look to the second scenario first. Okay. Let's take a look to this second scenario. Yeah, applause to the production. This is a real production. Okay. Oh yes, Amanda, what did you watch from the video clip?
So the lady wanted to buy a pair of nice shoes, and then she see the progress of how the shoe is made. Yeah. And
what is the relationship for this scenario to our topic? No robbery, no stealing.
I didn't connect that.
Okay. Yong-Sing, yes.
I think that's the ugly truth. So if the lady knows that where the shoe is coming from, then it's intention to buy the shoe knowing the fact, right? If he just go to the shop and doesn't know where the shoe comes from and he just needs it, then the karma is not so strong. He just need a pair of shoes.
Okay. Well, I think maybe the second video movie clip is talk about the robbery, but in the more nowadays concept. Okay. Yeah. Because after the video clip, you will see the sentence is talk about what? Oppressions to the labor, especially in the third world country. Meaning to say that nowadays there's a lot of public company in the wealth country. They come to the third world country, they pollute them, and yet they will manipulate the labor and pay the very low price and cause a lot of damage to them. So from this video clip, it mentioned to us that as a consumer, we are the one, we are the one have rights to really just to pinpoint the mistake and give them the warning. Because we are the consumer, if let's say we boycott the product, then they have to be tolerant and pay the reasonable price to the labor in the third world country. So nowadays, actually, basically, $10 one cup of Starbucks coffee is very common already. Okay, this is a trend already. Even though you go to Zara to buy a cloth, maybe just less than $100, you can get the fashion already. But now, what we should consider is, does this all the company pay reasonable to the labor cost or not, to the labor or not? If let's say they underpay, we can just online to tell them you should pay. We should raise the campaign online so that everybody boycott them because they oppress the labor in the third world. So here actually is the modern day robbery already. Okay, so we consider, but I think maybe for Anya and Chin, well, you can hardly understand because nowadays maybe your grandchildren, it's very common to go to Starbucks, $10 one cup coffee, very common already. It is okay, but the point is they have to really go think twice whether is there any oppression of the third world labor involved. I remember Starbucks, they have done a good job already. They will tell you that, oh, our beans is from where and where and where, and we pay them reasonably. You see or not? And nowadays, we as a consumer, we can prevent this type of oppression. So meaning to say that now the definition for the robbery can go to deeper already. You see. Okay, so from here, let's take a look. Suffering caused by the exploitation, social injustice, student oppression. Okay, so oppression, just now the video clips is about oppression. Okay, then just now the case, okay, they got an intention, we got a target for the robbery. Okay, and basically the value is one controversy point. Well, in ancient Indian time, in ancient India, stealing, if you're stealing the value exceeding the 5 wuqian, you will be sentenced for capital punishment in ancient India. But nowadays, you can hardly to see the country impose the white criminal for death sentence due to the breach of CTP or this. No, never. Even though you're misappropriating, mistrust the money for $1 billion, but you won't sentence to death. Am I right? No more capital punishment if just the money only. Maybe China is exceptional. China, they can impose you death sentence. But most of the country, they won't. So that's the reason why sometimes our rules of Buddhism, we follow our mandate rule also. So this is not applicable for the first class sentence. We cannot, the first class sentence is already become controversial already. Just not like the killing. The killing is very clear. No matter the rules, the law is clearly stated. But for the stealing, no more. Ancient time and now is different, and we are not Indian anymore. So basically, the first class, irrepentable, it's not sustainable already. And now basically all go to the second class or third class, which is repentable. But anyway, if let's say you steal the money, belongs to everybody, belongs to the public, so you have to bear the very strong karma because you owe everybody. So basically in Buddhism, we have the perception that if let's say you steal the money from the public, you have to pay back to the public. Maybe you have to end up become the animal in order to pay back to them. So that is the case to refrain us from stealing the thing which doesn't belongs to us. Don't just go to steal it because the karma effect is so terrible, you see. Maybe nowadays if you go to some tourist spot like desert you can just take the camel ride, right? Or the camel ride or donkey ride in the tourist spot, you will notice that all these type of animal they die for exhaustion due to the tourists. It's just like they just keep on paying back only. It seems like they are paying back. So this is the karma effect. Possible is the karma effect also. So this is about the stealing. Yes, any question regard to stealing? Okay, so let me see. Let me see, did I any point or not? Oh yeah, this is about the social injustice also. So involve social injustice. Yes, if let's say there's a social injustice, okay. Yes. One more case we have to go through also. Okay. If let's say you got 3 children, each of them is 3 years old, 3 years old, 10 years old, and 15 years old. You just get one cake only. In order to make them feel justice, you will cut the cake 3 similar, or you will share the cake until they feel full. Or you share the cake according to the age, because different age with a different stomach capacity. Am I right? Okay, so in order to, how do you define the justice? Age 5, 10, and 15, you will cut the cake with similar portion, or you will cut the cake so make sure everybody gets satisfied. So, Chin, what's your opinion?
I think we will cut it equally for them to what? If that 5 years old cannot finish, if you want to give it to whom, that's up to him to decide. Equally.
Okay. You cut equal cut equal okay. Then I take the finish. Okay. Yes, Amanda, how do you decide?
Before I cut the cake, I will ask the three of them how much you want to eat. Can I cut equal? If some of them say, oh, I can eat a little bit, then I will decide after I get their opinion.
Oh, meaning to say that you will achieve the justice by considering their opinion also. Because you think 5 years old, 10 years old, 15 years old is already have their own opinion, right?
Yes.
Okay, yes. How about Anya? How do you decide?
I think I will cut the cake into 8 pieces and then let them help themselves do as much as they want.
Oh, if let's say they start to grabs, and they start to fighting, punching each other.
No. Must teach them that no, they are not supposed to. They take what they want to eat from the plate. There are 8 pieces there. So if they can eat 2 pieces, they finish 1 piece, then they get another piece.
Who go to take first? 15 years old go to take first, or the 5 years old go to take first?
I always start with the youngest.
Smart. You start with the younger first.
Yes. Then the other 2 can go and choose on their own.
Yeah, because if you let the elder take, or maybe he will take more first, and he managed to finish all. So end up the 5 years old got nothing to eat.
Very little.
All right. Good. Okay. Then how about Gamling? How do you decide?
After hearing 3 of them, no right, no wrong all the decision.
No, I say your decision. Now you.
I mean,
yeah, you
also can use. Maybe I'll cut to equal. Then if they cannot finish, the other one can have more, or like that lah.
Who go to take first?
Normally youngest one.
Normally youngest one. Okay. If let's say this is not a cake, this is the asset. Will you do the same thing? This is the asset.
Asset is difficult.
Asset is
we give. We asset means we don't say who is young or old the older so we give equal only.
Oh, okay. Meaning to say, if you cut the asset and the cake, there will be different method lah. Asset is a different, right?
Yeah. You can see asset is not in your hand to hold, it's a figures.
Okay, so it's not the cake You can't share like a cake. Okay, Yongxing, what is your conclusion by summarizing everybody?
Wow. I think the cake equally is the easiest and most fair. But if you consider all this, the needs satisfaction that can be very complicated.
Yes.
Yeah. So what is the best solution for everything? To consider everything?
I think first one is to try the second method first law. If the second method doesn't meet right, then I think the first method would be the best, but it's still not the fairest I would say.
You mean that actually you can't get the most fairest way, actually?
No
such thing as fairest as you mean, right?
If fair in terms of the needs, it's clear, right? Then it's fair. But if that's because we're talking about, if I'm thinking about the grades, if there's someone they wants a bit more, right? Then it's basically just very hard, really.
Oh, so meaning to say you don't have a definite answer, like seems.
I don't have.
Okay. Yeah. Chin, because once you consider cut equally, we have the problem of this also. Okay, yes, and also maybe okay. Well, why I want to raise up the question because class. Let's take a look. Why there's a robbery? The person once we talk about the equal. We talk about the actually the definition of the second precept involves the social injustice. Once we feel there's a social injustice itself, basically once people suffer social injustice, then they go to steal. You get what I mean? If let's say you are satisfied, your need have been fulfilled, it is not necessary you go to steal and rob, right? But you feel that I don't have enough thing, and it's not fair for me. But I can't get it in a legal way. So the only thing I go to steal and rob lah. So you know what I mean? Okay. Basically, from this scenario, we understand that as a decision maker, it's very hard. If let's say we are the children, we can't understand how does the parent feel. We don't understand. For us, we just see how come so little only, right? Or we say how come not enough. That is our standard point of view. Okay, but for parents, they wish everybody stay in harmony, right or not? Parents, the prioritize is everybody in harmony. Why we want them? Why we are hated? Because we want them in the harmony. We don't want them in the chaotic. Okay. So I mean, from here, once we change our stand. Once we change our roles, so we will be more sympathy to the decision maker. That is why we have this type of case study. You get what I mean? Anybody become a decision maker, they will be suffer in the first place. No matter for country economy, for education opportunity, for the business opportunity, all the same. No people will claim that, oh, I'm very satisfied. Also, thank you so much, government. We are fully, we have been fulfill our need. Basically, none people will claim like this. Or everybody say, I'm not enough, I'm not enough, I'm not enough. Am I right, Chin? Right? That is the real situation. So next time, Amanda and Yongzin, when you got the kids already, then I mean, as the real situation will happen already. Will you share the cake similar with sharing the property, Yongzin? Is sharing cake same with the property, huh?
Maybe the cake not very big, so not very attractive.
Property more attractive.
Yeah, maybe they can get their own cake. That's the best.
So we train them to get their own cake, and all your property just donate to the charity. This is what Bill Gates they all do. They say, I remember the Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of the Facebook, they say, I will just leave 1% to my daughter, the rest I all donate to the charity worker. They have to fight for themselves. Actually, that's the best way. But I don't think Chin and Anya will think so, because basically Orthodox Chinese, they will just keep the money to the children, to the grandchildren, because that is the Orthodox Chinese way of the thinking. It is correct, Chin and Anya?
No, you're wrong, Master.
So
you're wrong. I teach them to fish and I let them fish. I give them a good sound education, and that's it. Whatever I have is mine to spend.
So this is not an Orthodox Chinese way of thinking. How about Chin? Are you the Orthodox one?
I think I am. I will pass it to my next generation.
You see, thank you for your confession, because it's very common. This is a common. Wow. Hey, you claim that you are general manager. I thought you were very Western thinking. But you are even more Orthodox than us. You see, hey, you are more Orthodox than Auntie. Auntie even more Western mind thinking than you. Never mind. No wrong or right. Just do as you think. So make sure that you just share the thing in the good way. Remember, make the view before you pass away. Make the view, all right, including how you should be buried. In which type of funeral you have to stick clearly. So that they won't quarrel. Maybe I will bury you in the Christian way, one bury you in the Buddhism way, one then you don't know where to go already.
I only got one son only.
One son only. Easy.
One son. So No problem for that.
Yeah. No fighting, no quarreling. Yeah, Kamling, are you the orthodox one? You want to keep things to the...
At the moment, yes. I right the view equal to the children. Maybe.
Okay, so you are frozen already.
Do some donation.
Okay, good.
But what to ask?
Yeah, what question?
Master,
yeah, last question.
Like you say, put the view. How you want to be? I mean, bury or want to? In what way? When we go already, do we really the direction of prayers will bring us to where we?
Yes, it is. It is.
Does it affect?
Yeah, it affects. It affects. Yeah, because when people pass away, they already choose the Buddhism, they choose the Guan Yin. The moment they die, they might see Guan Yin come to take them, according to the Western Pure Land method. Yes, it does. You have to choose. Okay, you have to choose. Because Jin, Anya, and Kamling, you're quite old age. You really have to decide and must have your own faith to accompany you during the last journey. Because your children, your grandchildren, they would accompany you in the last journey. Your religious will follow together with you and your karma. Okay, get it? Okay, so I think that's for the class. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Next time, time's up already. Okay, please leave the message in the WhatsApp. No, never mind. Very short. Yeah, Anya, please. Last one. Very short.
No, Master, it's just that I heard from some of my friends, got experience. One of their family member is a monk. So before the grandmother died, they all chanted Namo Amitabha. They keep on chanting. And when the grandmother died, they really see a lotus coming down and they see the figure like Amitabha Buddha. And they see the grandmother climbing into the lotus. So I'm wondering whether they were hallucinating at that time or whether it's really true.
There must be more than one people witness it to prove it.
More than that.
There must be more than one people to witness it. If more than one people witness it, it would be the truth.
Because the monk saw it, his father saw it, and the sister saw it.
Okay.
Then the father became a very staunch Buddhist after that.
Okay, truth. No need to skeptical over it. Truth. 4 people saw already. So you just chant Amitabha. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So we transfer the merit